Welcome to part 2 of our English learning series. These phrases are essential to improve your communication skills and impress your colleagues by using more professional language. Let's get started. Call for, to request or demand something, usually publicly or formally. Example, the protesters called for an end to police brutality. Call up, to make a phone call to someone. Example, I need to call up my doctor to schedule an appointment. Call on or call in at SB's house, to visit someone at their house. Example, we decided to call on our friends on our way home. Call off, put off, to cancel something that has been planned or scheduled. Example, the outdoor concert was called off due to bad weather. Care for, to like or enjoy something. Example, I don't really care for spicy food. Catch up with, to reach the same level or progress as someone or something else. Example, I need to catch up with my studies before the exam next week. Chance upon, to discover or find something by accident or by chance. Example, while hiking in the forest, we chanced upon a hidden waterfall. Close with, to be familiar or friendly with someone. Example, I'm quite close with my colleagues at work. Close about, to keep something secret or private. Example, she always keeps her personal life close about her. Come to regain consciousness after fainting or being unconscious. Example, after she fell, it took a few minutes for her to come to. Consign to assign or send someone or something to a particular place or purpose. Example, the package was consigned to the wrong address by mistake. Cry for, to demand something very strongly or desperately. Example, the starving child was crying for food. Cry for something, to be in great need of something. Example, this room is crying for a fresh coat of paint. Cry for the moon, to make unreasonable or impossible demands or requests. Example, she's asking for a raise again? She might as well be crying for the moon. Cry with joy, to express happiness or excitement through tears. Example, she cried with joy when she found out she had been accepted into the university. Cut something into, to divide something into smaller parts, usually with a knife or scissors. Example, he cut the cake into 8 equal slices. Cut into, to interrupt or interfere with something, usually a conversation or activity. Example, I'm sorry to cut into your conversation, but we need to get going. Call in or on at somebody's house, to visit someone at their house. Example, we decided to call in on our friends on our way home. Call at, to make a brief visit to someone. Example, I need to call at the post office to mail this package. Call up, to make a phone call to someone. Example, I need to call up my doctor to schedule an appointment. Call off, to cancel something that has been planned or scheduled. Example, the outdoor concert was called off due to bad weather. Call for, to request or demand something, usually publicly or formally. Example, the protesters called for an end to police brutality. Care about, to be concerned or interested in something or someone. Example, I care about the environment and try to reduce my carbon footprint. Care for, to take care of someone or something. Example, my neighbor is going away, so I'll be caring for her cat while she's gone. Carry away, to become overly excited or emotional about something. Example, he was carried away by the enthusiasm of the crowd. Carry on equals go on, to continue doing something. Example, the show must carry on despite the technical difficulties. Carry out, to complete or execute a task or plan. Example, we need to carry out the instructions in the manual. Carry off, to successfully achieve or accomplish something difficult. Example, despite the odds, she managed to carry off the victory. Catch on, to begin to understand or grasp something. Example, it took me a while to catch on to the new software. Catch up with, to reach the same level or position as someone or something else. Example, she was struggling to catch up with her classmates in math. Chew over, to think about or consider carefully. Example, let me chew over your proposal and get back to you. Check in or out, to register arrival or departure at a place. Example, I need to check out of the hotel before noon. Check up, to verify or investigate. Example, the doctor wants to check up on your progress next week. Clean out, to empty or clean thoroughly. Example, I need to clean out my closet and donate some clothes. Clean up, to make clean and orderly. Example, we spent the weekend cleaning up the house after the party. Clear away, to remove or tidy up things that are in the way. Example, please clear away the dishes from the table. Clear up, to become clearer or to clarify. Example, I hope the weather clears up before the party. Close down, to permanently shut or cease operation. Example, the company was forced to close down due to financial difficulties. Close in, to approach or encircle. Example, the police closed in on the suspect. Close up, to shut or close securely. Example, don't forget to close up the shop before you leave. Come over or round, to visit someone. Example, I'm going to come over to your place tonight. Come round, to change one's opinion or position on something. Example, he finally came round to my point of view. Come down, to descend or lower. Example, the temperature has come down significantly. Come down to be reduced or determined by. Example, in the end, it all comes down to money. Come up, to arise or occur. Example, an unexpected opportunity came up last week. Come up with, to think of or propose an idea or solution. Example, can you come up with a creative way to solve this problem? Come up against, to face or encounter a difficulty or challenge. Example, we knew we were going to come up against some obstacles in the project. Come out, to be made public or revealed. Example, the truth finally came out about what happened that night. Come out with, to say or utter something, often surprising or unexpected. Example, she came out with a brilliant idea for the project. Come about, to happen or occur. Example, I'm not sure how it came about, but we suddenly had a new boss. Come across, to encounter or meet unexpectedly. Example, I came across an old friend in the park. Come apart, to break or fall apart into pieces. Example, the book was so old that it started to come apart at the seams. Come along or on with, to make progress or advance. Example, the project is coming along nicely. Come into, to inherit or receive something. Example, he came into a large sum of money after his uncle passed away. Come off, to succeed or happen as planned. Example, I wasn't sure if the party would come off, but it turned out to be a great success. Count on somebody for something, to rely on someone for something. Example, you can count on me for help with the project. Cut back on or cut down on, to reduce the amount of something. Example, I need to cut back on my caffeine intake. Cut in, to interrupt someone who is speaking or doing something. Example, please don't cut in while I'm talking. Cut something out, of something else, to remove something from something else with a sharp tool or scissors. Example, she cut the picture out of the magazine. Cut off, to disconnect or stop the supply of something. Example, the phone was cut off because they didn't pay the bill. Cut up, to cut something into small pieces. Example, she cut up the vegetables for the salad. Cross out, to draw a line through something to show that it is incorrect or no longer needed. Example, I crossed out that sentence because it didn't make sense. Delight in, to take great pleasure in something. Example, she delighted in spending time with her grandchildren. Depart from, to leave or deviate from a usual or expected course of action. Example, he decided to depart from his usual routine and try something new. Do with, to use or handle something in a particular way. Example, can you tell me what to do with this extra piece of fabric? Do for a thing, to be sufficient or suitable for a particular purpose. Example, this hammer should do for the job we need to do. Die away or die down, to gradually become quieter or less noticeable. Example, the sound of the fireworks died away as they moved further away. Die out or die off, to become extinct or disappear completely. Example, many species of animals have died out due to human activities. Die for, to want something very badly. Example, I'm dying for a piece of chocolate right now. Die of, to pass away as a result of a particular illness or cause. Example, he died of a heart attack last night. Do away with, to eliminate or get rid of something. Example, the company decided to do away with its old computer system and upgrade to a new one. Do up, to decorate or fix something up. Example, she did up the room with new curtains and a fresh coat of paint. Do with, to need or desire something. Example, I could do with a cup of coffee right now. Do without, to manage or survive without something. Example, I forgot my lunch today, so I'll have to do without until I get home. Draw back, to move away or retreat from something. Example, the horse drew back when it saw the snake on the trail.